Come into this place of hope and love, of peace and justice, of wholeness and healing. Come into the space where we welcome the certain and the seeking, the lifers and the newcomers, the beloved and the brokenhearted. All of you can find a home here at Throop, where we go love the world from the heart of Pasadena, from the heart of our homes. A ritual that connects each and every Unitarian Universalist congregation is a ritual of lighting a chalice. If you have a candle or your own home chalice, now's the time to bring it forward. Strike a match and light your flame as Sky Hannah shares our chalice lighting words with us.
Good morning, everyone. Our chalice lighting words this morning are by Arlen Joff. Music arises from depths unknown, often without words, but never without meaning. And spirit rises from deep within me, seducing my body to join the song. First a tremor in the soul, then tapping of toes. Breath aligns with breath, heartbeats and syncopation. And a stuttering buzz in my throat becomes a hum. Breath with breath, beat with beat, and music and spirit arise together, wed with faith and hope and love and power. A song is born, bursting from my lips, in sweet, sonorous symphony, a melody joining with other souls. Perhaps in tune, perhaps not, but a song still, arising from deep within, and from community, spirit moves. Souls burst songs and hope fills life, and I am not alone. How can I keep from singing?
Thank you so much, Sky. So it is now our time to welcome each other. So please greet each other in the chat box. I will read some of the comments aloud for people who are on the phone. And as always, I encourage you to continue engaging in fellowship in the chat box throughout the service. So Reverend Tara Klein says, it's always so good and wonderful to be together. Adriana Gutierrez says, hello, everyone, welcome. I see Denise says, good morning, friends. It's good to be here, even though I'm in my car. Good morning, Denise. Good health to all, Jovi says. Greetings on a gloomy June gloom Sunday. I, for one, am liking the cool weather. And from Tim Hanami, good morning and love you all. Robert and Harlow say good morning all, good morning. Oh, and we have a special guest, grateful for my soul friend David S. joining us this morning. Welcome, David S., wherever you are. I see, hello, Cindy's dog. Cindy, I haven't met your dog, but I would love to meet your dog. Lynn Sexton says good morning. So as we continue to greet each other, we will sing our first hymn of the day, which is hymn number 65, The Sweet June Days. This is the last time that we could sing this. And so I hope that you enjoy singing this from your own living room.
Golden wealth of
So please join me in unmuting yourself as we recite the promise to our planet. As members of the family of living beings on Earth, we are guided by the Unitarian Universalist principle of respect for the interdependent web of all existence, of which we are a part. With hearts filled with love for it, eyes nurtured by its beauty, and minds ruminating on ways to protect its sacred and scarce resources. We promise to nurture the well-being of all life and of the planet itself. Yes, and this piece, one of the things I miss most about being in worship in person is our children's moments. And so I wanted to have a moment to celebrate the fantasy of children's stories and children's music. So this is a piece by Black composer Florence Price, performed by Professor Kevin Wayne Bumpers, entitled The Goblin and the Mosquito. Such a fun, delightful piece. The title of the piece was The Goblin and the Mosquito, if you missed that, by Florence Price. So now we move to a reading that Sky Hannah will be sharing with us. This is by Sonia Sanchez.
It is entitled, This is Not a Small Voice. This is not a small voice you hear. This is a large voice coming out of these cities. This is the voice of Latanya, Kadesha, Shaniqua. This is the voice of Antoine. Daryl, Shaquille, running over waters, navigating the hallways of our schools, spilling out on the corners of our cities, and on epitaphs spill out of the river mouths. This is not a small love you hear. This is a large love, a passion for kissing, learning on its face. This is a love that crowns the feet with hands, that nourishes, conceives, feels the water, sails, mends the children, folds them inside our history where they toast more than the flesh, where they suck the bones of the alphabet and spit out closed vowels. This is a love colored with iron and lace. This is a love initialed Black Genius. This is not a small voice you hear.
Thank you so much for that, Sky. So as we ponder this reading and we sit with the strength of Sonia's words and the strength of that subject matter, I wanted to introduce a piece of music by Florence Price. I've sung this in the congregation before in a different key. The piece is entitled Sympathy, and the poem is by Maya Angelou. It's a setting of I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. So as we sit with this text, I want us to listen to this performance by soprano Louise Toppin, and to also just really affirm the beauty and the power of Black voices, whether they be a composer or a singer or a producer. So here, this performance is by a soprano with a much bigger voice than me that does much more justice to this piece. And after she's done singing, we'll have a moment just of silence and contemplation to really really take in all of what we just heard.
I know why the caged bird sings alas when the sun is bright on the upland song, when the wind stirs soft through the streaming glass, and the river flows like a stream of glass. When the first bird sings and the first bud hopes, and the faint perfume from his chalice steals, I know what the caged bird feels. I know when a caged bird beats his wings till the blood is red on the prow bars, then he must fly back to his perch and cling. When he fain would be on the bowstring, and the pin still throbs like the old scars. And they pulse again with a keener sting. I know why he beats his wings. I know what the caged bird feels. Ah me, when his wing is sore and his bosom sore, when he beats his heart and he would be free, it is not a carol of joy or glee, but a prayer that he sends to his heart's deep core. What a plea that upward to heaven he flings! I know the caged bird
So we're just going to sit in all of that power and beauty for a moment, and just breathe. As we continue our worship, may all of our life and breath serve to center these beautiful and powerful voices. One of the things that's exciting about Music Sunday is that I get to share the choir and also some of the choir's culture with you. So before we hear the choir sing in the video that they've prepared with me, I wanted to share a ritual that the choir has been doing in our Zoom online worship. This ritual actually comes from Legally Blonde 2, if you can believe it. This comes from Legally Blonde. And this ritual, I started just to kind of create some encouragement and some positive, loving, healing energy during fellowship in our online worship. So the Snap Cup is essentially a ritual where everyone, in this case, we'll be doing this virtually, submits their well wishes and their warm fuzzies to other people in the congregation, or maybe members of the choir. And then the keeper of the Snap Cup, in this case, me, this is my goblet, will read the snaps aloud, and we'll all affirm these. So before we begin, I have to sing the Snap Cup song. Otherwise, it's not really the Snap Cup ritual. Snap cup time, gather ye round. Friends and foes together, united and bound. Pass it to your neighbor instead of blowing up, and we'll find harmony and love in the Snap Cup. So, as you all submit your snaps to people in the congregation, people in the choir, or people in your life, I will be reading your snaps aloud. It looks like we have a couple already. We say, let's see. Oh, snaps to Chris for teaching us about Florence Price and bringing us Louise Toppin. Definitely snaps for Louise Toppin and Florence Price, absolutely. I see snaps for the Snap Cup song. Yes, thank you, snaps for the Snap Cup song. Snaps for Music Sunday. I see someone wrote snaps to Tara for taking Chris off of the leash. I am unleashed online, everyone. Now, snaps for the choir meeting online. Yes, snaps for this online fellowship. It's really a source of joy for us. Cindy Bradine says, snaps for your cheerful voice to lift us all. Oh, well, thank you. It's weird to give snaps to myself, but I will do it. How about some snaps for the choir and the work they put into this video? So snaps to them. Thank you, choir. Snaps for all the new visitors online via Zoom. Yes, snaps to you who have wandered here. I hope you feel welcome. Oh, I know I'm missing some at this point because the chat is moving. Snaps to everyone who is keeping Throop going during this difficult time. Yes, Denise, thank you. And I'm going to scroll back because there might be, I know I missed a lot of these. Oh, snaps to David for crafting wands and teaching me how to feed Bob the wild bird. Oh, and snaps to Anne Honeywell for keeping tabs on our elders. Yes, thank you, Anne Honeywell. And for also being better at Zoom than I am, definitely. So amazing. Snaps to Melanie Hooks, who I think was really busy this weekend. And so I hope that you're able to get some rest at some point. So as you continue to share your snaps, and you should continue them, sending your warm fuzzies out into the Throop universe, we'll share the Throop Choir video for this month that we made. And while we do that, Frances had some technical difficulties while I'm preparing for this. And so she's just gonna unmute herself and sing along with the video so that she can participate in that way.
But I will blend perfectly.
She's already, see, she just snuck right in. So we will go on ahead.
Perfectly.
So we'll play the choir video, and I hope you enjoy all of this.
shores far, blue hills, soft night time still, dark ocean depth, smooth star.
For gifts sublime that hollow time will sing, making deep thanksgiving known. What is our glory, our breath of air, our cry?
Parables, letters, or star names in the sky.
Or myths that play as poets pray, bring meaning to our lives. For every praise that hones our days will sing, till the final day arrives. Music is wonder, an alchemy of art. Love's pure enchantment, communion for the heart.
From chants to psalms, from jazz to Brahms, no soul may stay at rest. For starry choir in skies afire will sing, joined with them in anthems blessed.
Hope is our high star, the certitude of springs.
Silence our center, our living water spring.
The waking heart knows self apart from whole and mystery.
For gatherings of strengthening will sing throughout human history.
So now we'll move into our time of offering. So you'll see in the chat box that there is a text to give link, as well as a link to give online. And you can also send checks, I believe, to the Throop building. During these times, we are so grateful for everyone's presence, time, treasure, or your talents. And it is really so awesome for us to see everything that you all do for the community, whether that be singing in the choir, being present in online worship, financial contributions, or sharing your dog with us on Zoom. I might be biased towards the dogs, but we really appreciate everything that you all do and that you all bring here. So as you are donating or maybe doing your text to give, I'd like to turn it over to Roy, who will be announcing the Super Trooper Award.
Good morning, everyone. All right, this Super Trooper winner needs no introduction. He is personally my favorite entertainer. He's a great singer, great dancer, does it all, and our favorite gardener. So our winner is George. And thank you so much, George, for just everything that you do and for who you are, and just, you know, no matter what, your smile, it's just always contagious, and it's just amazing. Just, you know, you being a part of my life personally.
Yes, and thank you, Roy. So now I'd like to thank everyone that was a part of helping bring this service together. So Tara Klein, thank you so much for helping me lead this service and for being such a helpful colleague. And Francis, thank you for greeting in the chat box today and sharing your welcome. Sky, thank you so much for reading the chalice lighting today, as well as the poem by Sonia Sanchez. And thank you as well to the Throop Choir and Terry for sending links and continuing to help us in that capacity. So thank you, snaps to all of you. And now join me for responding to our offering. For the ministries of the church and our community, we bless our offering with love and hope. So throughout the week, we have ways for you to continue connecting. So you'll see in the chat box some links for small group connections, choir being one of them, and also a link for our Safer at Home Justice. As we near the end of our Music Sunday and prepare for our congregational meeting, and as we extinguish our chalices, I wanted to provide you with a thank you to music on this day. And last year, when I started as the music director here, I sang this exact song on Music Sunday. It's Schubert's An die Musik. And in this song, Schubert is thanking music itself for everything that it gives to us, for everything it helps us learn about ourselves and about each other. So as we listen to this piece, please give your thanks and send your thanks to music for everything it's offered to your life.
Kreis umstehen.
So thank you, music, for everything that you've done in my life and everything you bring to Throop, our choir, and to our community. I hope that as you all go out, that you make music part of your self-care and part of how you empower yourself. So today, our annual congregational meeting will begin after, I think, at noon. So we'll have a postlude. It's a piece by Alberto Ginastera. And then the meeting will be at noon. So please join us after kind of a little coffee break.
And Chris, I'm breaking in here. You
Yes.
are such a beautiful spirit. Thank you for all that you bring into the Throop community. And maybe if our people can snap at Chris, or hands, or like gestures of love. If we were in person, we would be like giving you flowers and having some sort of celebration after today. But just, this was beautiful, and you bring so much life and music, of course, but also depth and thoughtfulness into the Throop community. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all for having me. And I hope you enjoy this wild postlude. You also heard it last week.
And I'm gonna have to bring it up, so just a second.